Aputure sent me an Amaran M9 to do a video review for, so I'm super excited to test it out. So without further ado, let's take a look. So the light comes in this nice soft pouch. This first compartment here, you have the Amaran LED light itself, along with a few modifiers. You have CTO for color temperature orange, CTB, and a little bit of diffusion paper, which is pretty cool that it comes included with the kit, so that way you don't have to, cut little strips for your own. So I'm going to place them back in there and take a look at the next compartment. In the back compartment we have our mount, so we can attach this to either a light stand or a tripod. And all you do is screw it in. Looks like I have it upside down, but that's alright. And then, yeah, so you can quickly attach this to a camera or a tripod. So pretty convenient, that's included. And you also have the charging cable, which is just a micro USB. So it has a built-in battery, so you don't have to worry about buying extra batteries. Let's move that to the side here. And so this is the light itself, very small and lightweight, which I really like. Because I'm filming most of the time by myself, I like to keep my gear minimal, and having smaller lights like this is definitely helpful. So let's take a look on the side here. You have the on and off switch, as you can see, you can turn on right there. And you have a little dimmer option, so you can make it brighter or decrease the brightness just a little bit. So it's pretty easy to attach our modifiers. Just remove the little magnetic shield, I guess, and then you can place either our diffusion, and it just simply clips right back on. Try the CTB, we get a much cooler light, and CTO, and that warms up the light. So those few options really add to the versatility of this light and how it can be used. The first noticeable pro to this LED light is its size. So you can light certain scenarios, like use it as a backlight or whatever the case may be. To go along with that, it has the built-in battery, so that way you don't have to spend more money on buying extra batteries. The third thing I really like about this light, it has a really good color rendering index, so that way your colors are coming out natural. And that is a pretty important aspect when you're lighting your videos. Cheaper LED lights like this Andoer light, while it is brighter, it doesn't have as good color reproduction. Still pretty good for the price, but the Aputure light is definitely a better option if your main concern is high CRI. But there are a few cons to this light which I like to briefly mention. When I first got my hands on the M9, I noticed that the build quality was not as good as I expected it to be. I understand that they're trying to keep things pretty lightweight. Now the build quality on the body itself is fairly good, but it's the switches, they feel a little loose and sometimes it's hard to turn on and off. That being said, the build quality is not terrible. I was just expecting something a little bit better, but that's all. And the next thing is the output. It is still pretty bright for what you're getting, but compared to something that you'll find in a similar price, the output is just not there. But that being said, we have very different lights. This one is smaller, more portable with a built-in battery, and this is meant to be more powerful. This is almost an alternative to the new Aputure F7 without the high CRI. That being said, I'm not knocking down on this light because the CRI is still fairly good. So who should buy the Aputure M9? Well, I think it falls down into two categories. If you're just trying to build up a kit and you want some hair lights or background lights, and you want the high CRI, then I think the Aputure M9 would be for you. And for those who are a one-man band and trying to keep their gear as minimal as possible, or just want to throw something in a camera bag, so that way you have a light, I think this is a good option. Now I would not use this light as a key light, unless you're doing something very specific and have very fast lenses. I would definitely invest in something maybe like this Andoer light or even the new Aputure F7. Something that has a little bit more power, but still kind of small in size. Use that as your key light, and this would be well suited as a background light, backlight, a practical light of some sorts. So that is my review of the Aputure M9. Thank you Aputure for sending it out for our test and review. I was very excited to test out some Aputure lights and see what they were like. Thank you for watching this video, and my battery is now flashing red, so see you later.